I had a intense year. This morning I sent a text message. I had anxiety.
Why is that?
I haven't talked about this yet, but
Justin Baldoni is an actor, filmmaker, and a New York Times best-selling author.
My husband Ryan, several years ago, so I've met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know. Some people, now that it's a function on Twitter and Instagram, there's a couple people that I have muted.
Good.
Yeah.
You can mute people on Instagram?
Yeah, it's a new feature.
Really?
I know. Get excited.
A feud had been brewing between Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively since 2018, when they were co-stars in the movie A Simple Favor. However, it became a full-blown conflict with the It Ends With Us saga between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. The voice of Anna picking a side in the battle, or is there something more to the story?
Mama thinks I'm living in a convent. Why do stage-struck maidens clamor to be acting in the drama?
Anna Kendrick has managed to stay away from negative press since her early days as a child actor. She made her debut with the 1998 Broadway musical High Society, which earned her a Theatre World Award and nominations for Featured Actress in a Musical at the Drama Desk Awards and Tony Awards. With such greatness revealed, she moved on to make her film debut in the musical Camp, earning a nomination for the Independent Spirit Award for Best Debut Performance. Then, in 2008, the world truly knew her name.
Now that we've grown up, they want a serious answer. Well, how about this? Who the hell knows?
Became highly famous in 2008 for the fantasy romance Twilight, where she played Jessica Stanley, a friend of protagonist Bella Swan. The next year, she returned as Jessica Stanley in the Twilight sequel, New Moon, earned her first leading role in the crime thriller Elsewhere, starred in the comedy The Mark Pease Experience, and acted alongside George Clooney in Up in the Air. She performed incredibly well in the latter, raking in several nominations for Best Supporting Actress awards, including the Golden Globe.
Walk on by.
Then, we all know Pitch Perfect, which became her most successful film of 2012. Starring as Becca Mitchell, she brought a unique charm to the movie, earning widespread acclaim. From 2012 through 2014, many of Kendrick's films were both commercial and critical successes. In 2015, she competed in the first season of Lip Sync Battle against John Krasinski and won. That same year, she reprised her role as Becca Mitchell in Pitch Perfect 2, which became a major box office blockbuster, even surpassing the success of the first film. Throughout the years, Kendrick has starred in a variety of films, from comedies and thrillers to musicals and animated features. Most importantly, she maintained a reputation for staying out of Hollywood drama. She is often described as quirky, relatable, outspoken, and witty, with some publications even calling her America's sweetheart. She has also been labeled one of the funniest women in Hollywood. In 2016, Allison P. Davis of The Ringer noted that Kendrick remained likable by avoiding the backlash often associated with overexposure. A year later, an Elle writer described her as warm, friendly, and honest, with none of the typical celebrity reserve despite her fame. However, her streak of avoiding controversy hit a stumbling block when she met Blake Lively on the set of A Simple Favor in 2018.
And Ryan, several years ago, so I met Blake a few times through Ryan on that film.
Got it.
And thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Before A Simple Favor, Anna only knew Blake from a distance. They had met a few times through Blake's husband, Ryan Reynolds, while shooting the film The Voices, and Anna had initially thought Blake was nice. However, when they met on set, the reality was quite different. It all started during filming, when Blake Lively refused to simply read her lines and act as instructed, like every other actor. Instead, she wanted to have input on costume design, writing, and nearly every other aspect of the project. At first, this made her seem hardworking and invested, but as production progressed, it became clear that she enjoyed being the center of attention in every way. Of course, this didn't sit well with many of her co-stars. However, for the sake of the film's success, they went along with her demands, eager to part ways once the project wrapped. Those like Anna, who had initially given Blake the benefit of the doubt while working together, realized the truth after seeing her interview at the 2022 Forbes Power Women's Summit. In the interview, Blake admitted that she never felt fulfilled just taking direction as an actress. She needed to have a say in costume design, writing, and all aspects of a project. She worsened things by revealing that whenever she was called in to discuss a role, she always made it seem like she was simply there to audition. However, in reality, she required creative authorship to feel fulfilled. Blake acknowledged that many producers and directors resented her for overstepping and bait and switching them, yet she made it clear that she would always fight for what she believed in, regardless of how it made others feel. She stated, "It's just as important to say, okay, I believe in this, and that's why I'm standing up for it, and that's why I'm being difficult. And there are other moments to go, am I in the room? What is happening here?" Although she added a disclaimer about the importance of self-reflection, it's always important to check yourself. It's important to stand up for what you believe in, and it's also important to surround yourself with people who feel like they have a voice. Because collaboration is so important, her actions indicated that she often acted first and reflected later. After the interview, those planning to work with Blake braced themselves for her dominant approach. However, Anna Kendrick didn't anticipate working with the Gossip Girl star again so soon, so she missed the memo. Things became tense when Paul Feig announced a sequel to A Simple Favor. Sources say Anna wasn't particularly thrilled when she learned she would once again be co-starring with Blake, recalling flashes of her past behavior during the first film's release. Besides constantly trying to be the center of attention, Blake had also irked Anna during their A Simple Favor press tour. In one interview, Blake made a seemingly envious remark about how she might never get to be a Disney princess because she didn't have a voice like Anna's. To viewers, it may have sounded like a compliment, but Anna, sensing the underlying jealousy, responded with, "Oh, Muffin, it's so hard being you." Blake's envy became even more apparent in that same interview when she scolded the interviewer for directing most of the questions to Anna instead of her. "What about me over here?" Blake had asked. Anna, quick-witted as ever, quipped, "Oh my God, guys, don't fight just because I'm the best at everything." These subtle jabs at each other, they managed to keep their rift hidden, until things took an ugly turn in 2024, when production for A Simple Favor 2 began. The first major issue? A dispute over who should get top billing in the movie credits. In the original film, Anna had received top billing over Blake, so she assumed the same would happen in the sequel. However, as expected, Blake arrived with a lengthy list of demands, this time insisting on top billing. Sources say Blake fought hard through her reps, but Anna refused to back down as she had in the past just to avoid drama. What followed was weeks of back-and-forth negotiations between both parties. Eventually, a compromise was reached. They agreed on something called staggered billing. This meant Anna's name would appear first, but Blake's would be positioned slightly above hers, aligned to the right. In Hollywood, this is considered a form of equal billing. Even though both actresses reluctantly agreed to this setup, neither was truly satisfied with the outcome. This minor rift between the two stars might have remained behind the scenes, if it weren't for the Justin Baldoni saga. For those who missed the full details, let's rewind a bit. When it was announced in 2019 that Justin Baldoni would be adapting It Ends With Us, the best-selling novel by Colleen Hoover, into a film, fans went into a frenzy. Not only was the book a massive success, but readers were also eager to see who would be cast in the leading roles. The excitement only grew when it was revealed that Blake Lively, who rose to fame in the 2000s with Gossip Girl, would play the main character, Lily Bloom, a young woman who survives childhood domestic abuse only to find herself in a similar situation years later. The movie, which was released last August, became a massive box office success, earning over $350 million globally, approximately EU $280 million EU. However, despite its financial triumph, things behind the scenes were far from perfect. Then, in December, the situation escalated when Blake Lively filed a legal complaint against her co-star, accusing him of sexual harassment and launching a smear campaign against her. What had initially seemed like just another Hollywood success story quickly unraveled into one of the biggest scandals of the year. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications to stay updated with our latest videos. See you in the next one.